They hear your thoughts, even when you say nothing. Ever noticed when you suddenly think about someone and moments later they message you? Or when you dwell on a negative memory and somehow they start acting cold again? It's almost like your mind is talking to theirs silently behind the scenes. What if that's exactly what's happening? What if the energy behind your thoughts is constantly shaping how they feel and respond to you even miles away? Because once you understand that your thoughts are not private, you start realizing how powerful you truly are in every connection you have. See, most people think their thoughts disappear the moment they think them floating off into nowhere. But every thought carries energy. That energy moves, travels, and connects. It doesn't stay harmless inside your mind. It reaches the person you're focusing on and interacts with their energy. That's why sometimes you're just sitting quietly and suddenly your phone lights up with a message from the person you were thinking about. You smile and call it coincidence, but it's not. It's communication through vibration. When you begin understanding this, you also start seeing how relationships are really built not by words or actions first, but through frequencies. The way someone feels about you, the way they see you and behave around you, is shaped by the broadcast of your thoughts. Think loving thoughts and watch love grow. Think fearful thoughts and watch distance form. Every relationship is, at its root, energetic. Neville Goddard described this beautifully through the law of thought transmission. According to him, a person you know even 1,000s of miles away is rooted in your consciousness through the ideas you hold about them. When you imagine them lovingly, that state awakens in them. When you imagine rejection, that awakens too. They respond to your inner representation exactly as you define it, often without knowing why. So think about that for a moment. Your thoughts travel. They are vibrations moving through an invisible field that connects you to everyone you care about. You don't need physical contact to influence that field. It's always active, whether you realize it or not. You see traces of this truth everywhere. Couples who've been together for years finish each other's sentences. Friends across cities feel each other's moods. A mother knows when her child is upset without a call or message. We label this intuition, but it's actually a sign of that energetic bond constantly at play. Quantum physics even supports this through the phenomenon of entanglement, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. 2. Connected particles continue influencing each other instantly, no matter how far apart they are. The same applies to human consciousness. Once your emotions and thoughts intertwine with someone, your frequencies continue resonating across space and time. That's why physical distance doesn't matter. Think lovingly about someone anywhere in the world, and that vibration still reaches them. Hold resentment or frustration, and they'll feel that too, without understanding why. Love, anger, peace, all transmit instantly because they're frequencies, not physical objects. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Not all energy connects. Just like tuning forks, for resonance to happen, frequencies need to match. When you strike one tuning fork, another of the same frequency nearby starts vibrating. But if it's tuned differently, it doesn't react. Human energy works the same way. When you send out thoughts that match someone's frequency, they feel and respond. When frequencies clash, nothing connects, and the energy returns to you. That means if you think negatively about someone, and they're already carrying that same vibration, it resonates and amplifies that behavior. They'll act it out without realizing why. But if their vibration is different, if they're not aligned with that energy, your thought bounces back and reinforces your own state instead. Your thoughts are like boomerangs. The vibration you send either lands where it resonates or returns amplified. That's why you keep attracting experiences that mirror your inner world. If you want to stop feeling distant or unloved, you have to shift the frequency you're broadcasting. The world and the people in it are just mirrors reflecting your dominant energy. At the core of manifestation lies a simple truth. Every person in your life is responding to your assumption of them. Not your words or behavior, your assumption. What you believe about them becomes their role in your story. Imagine your partner as loyal and loving, and that state awakens within them. Imagine them as cold or unreliable, and that energy plays out instead. Every deeply felt thought creates a wave that interacts with everything your consciousness touches. The stronger the emotion behind it, the stronger the broadcast. Casual thoughts rarely transform life because they lack emotional power. Your heart is the amplifier of your mental signal. So let's bring this into daily life, especially if you're manifesting a relationship. You don't need to chase love or wait for approval. You just have to set your frequency clearly. Represent love from within. Imagine yourself already loved, chosen, and understood. Picture your partner as kind and emotionally open. Feel peace between you. When you hold this vision sincerely, you begin transmitting it. That person will feel these vibrations subconsciously and start aligning with them. They might think about you more, act warmer, or reach out, not because they're manipulated, but because resonance is at work. But remember, this power works best when it comes from love, not need. Need transmits lack. Love transmits fullness. When you visualize out of need or anxiety, you send tension. They feel that unease subconsciously. But when you imagine from calm belief that you are already loved, it becomes magnetic. People are drawn to confidence and peace. That's what makes attraction effortless. Whenever you shift your inner state, the world reacts. The friend who wasn't replying suddenly reaches out. The person who seemed distant grows closer. Even strangers respond differently because your frequency shifts. You didn't make it happen. You harmonized with a different vibration. That's true manifestation, not forcing, but aligning. People are not separate from you. We're all connected through an energetic network. Every thought or feeling sends ripples through that shared field. So next time you think of someone, know you're not just wishing. You're transmitting. When you imagine them happy, at peace, and close to you, that energy moves instantly into their consciousness. You're creating it energetically before it appears physically. Want to test it? Tonight, instead of replaying old pain, close your eyes and think of that person with love. See them smiling. Feel warmth between you. Don't beg, don't hope, just know it's already done. Then over the next few days, watch small things shift lighter conversations. Softer tone, more alignment. That's energy responding. You don't need to speak or explain. Your energy always speaks first. Every emotion you hold becomes a message they receive. Every assumption reshapes the unseen bond. That's how true connection deepens. And here's the ultimate secret. You're not waiting for anyone to change. When you change, the whole dynamic transforms. Your peace calms them. Your love awakens love in them. Your trust dissolves their fear. The conversation never stops. It just happens silently, through vibration. The more intentional you become, the easier love becomes. You stop overanalyzing texts or wondering what they feel. You realize communication is already happening energetically, beyond words. You're not reacting anymore. You're creating. If you're manifesting a relationship, master your inner dialogue. Replace thoughts like, they don't care about me, with I am deeply loved. Replace I'm not chosen with I am magnetic to connection. Feel these thoughts because feeling is what powers transmission. Everything you truly feel builds your world. You're not attracting what you ask for. You're attracting what you believe. The universe doesn't respond to effort. It responds to vibration. Embody love, not longing. Embody peace, not confusion. Embody trust, not fear. Then watch how people align effortlessly, how situations smooth out, how love flows in naturally. They hear your thoughts. They feel your emotions. You're shaping every connection with what you believe about it. This isn't imagination, it's creation. When you start living aware of the energy you transmit, you stop searching and start radiating. You realize you weren't waiting for a sign, you were the signal all along, because energy doesn't lie. And love isn't found, it's transmitted. What you think, they feel. What you believe, they become. I hope this helped you. I will meet you with another golden nugget soon. Happy manifesting.